Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe. Now this start video. The ongoing rivalry between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley has emerged as one of WWE's top storylines over the past several months, captivating fans with its dramatic twists and turns. Despite the widespread fan approval of the storyline, not everyone is convinced by the direction WWE has taken, including veteran wrestling personality Vince Russo. His comments on the matter have sparked a fresh debate among fans and critics alike. On January 6, 2025, Rhea Ripley captured the Women's World Championship on the first Raw episode airing on Netflix, marking a significant moment in her feud with Liv Morgan. The match, which saw Ripley defeat Morgan, was seen by many as a long-awaited triumph for the Australian powerhouse, as it finally ended her title pursuit that had begun in earnest in 2024. However, the path to this victory was far from straightforward, filled with obstacles, betrayals, and emotional highs and lows that fueled the rivalry. Prior to her success on the January 6 episode, Ripley had already faced off against Morgan at WWE's SummerSlam and Bad Blood events in 2024, but her efforts had ended in failure. Both of these earlier bouts were shrouded in controversy, with interference and distractions playing significant roles in preventing Ripley from seizing the championship. These earlier setbacks are central to the criticism voiced by Vince Russo, who has expressed discontent over how WWE handled Ripley's pursuit of the title. The first major twist in the Ripley-Morgan rivalry occurred at SummerSlam 2024, where the two women faced off in a highly anticipated championship match. Despite dominating much of the contest, Ripley was betrayed by her former ally, Dominik Mysterio, who played a key role in the outcome of the match. Dominik, who had been in a 2-year alliance with Ripley, unexpectedly distracted the referee, allowing Liv Morgan to secure the win. This betrayal was not just a significant moment in the match, but also in the broader storyline surrounding Ripley's character. Mysterio's kiss with Morgan at ringside following the match signified the official end of his alliance with Ripley, further complicating her storyline and adding layers of personal drama to the rivalry. While the kiss itself became a talking point among fans, the betrayal also raised questions about the consistency of Ripley's booking and her apparent vulnerability at the hands of those she trusted. Bad Blood. A disqualification set back 2 months later, Ripley had another shot at reclaiming the Women's World Championship when she faced Liv Morgan again, this time at the Bad Blood pay-per-view event. However, the match took another unexpected turn when Raquel Rodriguez, a third-party wrestler, interfered in the match, attacking Ripley and causing the bout to end in a disqualification. The controversial nature of the finish was compounded by the fact that titles cannot change hands via disqualification in a regular match. This meant that Morgan retained the Women's World Championship, further frustrating fans who had been invested in Ripley's journey. For many, the result felt like another instance where Ripley had been denied the championship due to external factors, rather than being allowed to claim victory on her own terms. This event continued the narrative of Ripley being thwarted by outside forces and left fans wondering when she would finally get her moment of triumph. For many, the prolonged storyline had the potential to either elevate Ripley's character or undermine her credibility, depending on how WWE chose to resolve the situation. Finally, on January 6, 2025, Rhea Ripley's persistence paid off when she defeated Liv Morgan in a hard-fought battle on Raw. After a back-and-forth match, Ripley hit Morgan with her signature Riptide finisher twice in a row, ultimately securing the pinfall and reclaiming the Women's World Championship. This moment was seen as a redemption of sorts for Ripley, who had endured months of setbacks and personal betrayals. For Ripley's supporters, this victory was the culmination of a compelling underdog story. The long-running feud with Morgan had been one of the most well-executed and engaging storylines in WWE in recent months, and Ripley's eventual triumph provided a satisfying payoff. However, not all observers shared this view, particularly Vince Russo, who voiced strong criticisms of WWE's handling of Ripley's booking throughout the rivalry. Vince Russo, a former WWE writer known for his controversial opinions on wrestling booking, shared his thoughts on Ripley's journey during a recent appearance on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo podcast. Speaking alongside host Dr. Chris Featherstone, Russo explained that he had significant issues with how WWE booked Ripley's pursuit of the Women's World Championship, particularly in relation to her losses to Liv Morgan at SummerSlam and Bad Blood. Russo's main critique centered on the idea that Ripley, despite her immense potential as a dominant figure in WWE's women's division, was repeatedly positioned as a sympathetic character rather than an unstoppable force. According to Russo, this weakened Ripley's character, as it made her appear vulnerable and reliant on external circumstances to advance in her storylines. The repeated interference in her matches and the eventual betrayal by Dominic Mysterio were seen by Russo as signs that WWE was not fully committing to Ripley as a dominant champion or a credible threat to the title. Furthermore, Russo questioned why Ripley was booked to lose to Morgan in the first place, especially given her status as one of WWE's most promising talents. While he acknowledged the importance of creating drama and conflict in a storyline, Russo believed that WWE missed an opportunity to elevate Ripley as a dominant figure by not allowing her to secure a clean victory in the earlier bouts. In his view, Ripley's booking lacked consistency and long-term storytelling, ultimately undermining her character's potential. While the storyline between Ripley and Morgan may have concluded with Ripley's victory on January 6, the questions surrounding Ripley's booking are likely to persist. With her newfound position as the Women's World Champion, Ripley will now be tasked with carrying the division on her shoulders, facing new challengers and continuing to prove herself as a dominant force in WWE. The challenge for WWE, as always, will be to maintain Ripley's momentum and avoid falling into the trap of overbooking or relying too heavily on outside interference to tell her story. As Russo pointed out, there is a fine line between creating drama and undermining a wrestler's credibility, and it will be interesting to see how WWE handles Ripley's character going forward. Additionally, the future of Liv Morgan's character remains uncertain. While her time as champion may have come to an end, Morgan has proven herself to be a resilient and versatile performer, and it's likely that she will continue to be a prominent figure in WWE's women's division. The ongoing rivalry between the two women could potentially lead to future rematches or new developments, ensuring that their story will remain a focal point of WWE programming. As the WWE Universe continues to digest the results of Ripley's rivalry with Morgan, it's clear that the lasting impact of the storyline will depend largely on how WWE navigates Ripley's reign as champion moving forward. Will WWE use this opportunity to solidify Ripley's status as the top female performer in the company, or will her character continue to be marred by inconsistent booking decisions? The onus now falls on the creative team to strike the right balance between making Ripley feel like a dominant force while maintaining the intrigue that comes with long-running storylines and rivalries. If WWE can craft compelling new storylines for Ripley that build on her established character, she could potentially become one of the most defining figures in WWE's women's division. However, it will require careful long-term planning and an emphasis on consistency to ensure that Ripley is perceived as the fierce, unstoppable champion that she was always meant to be. For Liv Morgan, her journey is far from over. While the loss of the Women's World Championship might sting, her time at the top has earned her a loyal fan base, and there's little doubt that WWE will continue to feature her prominently in future storylines. Whether she challenges Ripley for the title again or embarks on a new path, Morgan's resilience and versatility as a performer make her an essential part of WWE's women's roster. As WWE's creative team reflects on the reactions to this rivalry, it remains to be seen how they will shape Ripley's future and her place within the company's larger narrative framework. The outcome of Ripley versus Morgan has set the stage for what could be an exciting new chapter for WWE's women's division. Ultimately, The debate over Rhea Ripley's booking reflects broader concerns about WWE's approach to storytelling and character development. While Ripley's victory on Raw was a moment of redemption, many fans and critics, including Vince Russo, feel that WWE missed the mark in terms of how Ripley was booked throughout her pursuit of the Women's World Championship. As WWE continues to evolve and adapt its storytelling, it will be crucial to see how Ripley's character is developed in the future and whether she can truly emerge as a dominant force in the women's division. For now, fans are left to reflect on the complex nature of Ripley's journey and the impact that her rivalry with Liv Morgan has had on WWE's women's division.